Welcome back to the Possibility Storm. I'm your hostess Lane, and it's been a while. Apologies for the market absence, but real life struck hard, and I ended up moving and getting back to the point where I was set up to create content again, and that took a little longer than I expected. If you missed some of the stream earlier this week, know that we are back to regular schedule, and the VOD is available for viewing if you wish. Otherwise, here is a hand-selected video from said stream, edited down in the usual fashion. Once again, I was joined by the stream team. As I was out of sorts with new releases, I borrowed a deck from Kirk, and we played a few rounds with commanders from the new Final Fantasy set. Enjoy the show. Did you know that 70% of the views on this channel come from those of you who aren't subscribed? If you enjoy my content, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to help us grow, and best of all, it's free. If you're feeling extra generous, you can head over to patreon.com/thepossibilitystorm to pledge, and for as little as $1, you can help me crank out even more content for you, while higher tiers come with added benefits. Rev got the lucky roll this time and is playing the mono blue commander Matoya. This creature has an interesting ability in that when it scries or surveils, it draws cards, so it seems obvious to build a deck full of selection and go ham drawing cards. Drawing a ton of cards will help him get to some game-winning strategies, including Displacer Kitten and Hole Breaker loops. It also has a mill with a sub-theme and can potentially mill itself out winning with Oracle or Jace. Next up is Joey on probably the best commander from the set, Vivi. This Izzet deck works much like Niv Mizzet decks of the past, but Vivi is a 3-drop instead of a 6. This is a storm deck through and through, with plenty of interaction and ways to keep digging for win cons. Vivi is the cornerstone of the deck though, being able to activate for mana, but also growing larger and dealing symmetrical damage to the table. It's a beast of a deck. Kirk is third, and he's playing the Mardu commander, Celes. This creature has a will effect on ETB and can support go-ride strategies, but is mostly Mardu good stuff. When it comes to winning, there are options, including dual caster Twin Flame, Broodlord lines, Persist lines, and even combos with Agassiz Soul Cauldron. Overall, a solid list that should see some fringe play at least. I bring up the rear, and I borrowed the Grixis commander Kefka from Kirk to play for this stream. Grixis colors are generally very strong, so there is the typical win con of Oracle and Consult, but the commander sort of pushes us in a control role as well, due to its ETB and attack trigger, forcing all players to discard a card, and then being able to draw up to 4 cards each turn. Eventually, the opponents don't have hands, and we can do what we want, be it winning with World War Dragon, Hullbreaker Horror, or even Breach Lines. So there you have it. Let's see who takes home the win this time.
Any pre-games?
I
also have one as well. Yeah. Be this Force of Negation, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is.
I'm going to pitch this Dance of the Dead.
Well, with that, good luck, have fun. I'm going to draw a card.
You too, buddy. Good to be back.
Yes, good to be back. Snow-covered island. Let's play a Chromox, and I'll imprint a Dispel under it. And I will pass.
Cool, give me a land, baby. Haha, never punish. Here's an Arid Mesa. Here's a Lotus Petal. And I will tap this for a fish.
I think not. I'm going to cast the Commandeer Pitching Pact in Ristic.
Okay, I'll force to will that. Pitching a Spellseeker. Paying a life. I'll pass.
Alrighty, untap, upkeep, and a draw. Wooded Foothills, cracking it, losing a life. Am I good to search?
Yep.
Yay.
Good with me.
Not a good land, but a bad land. Want to feed the fish, so we're going to cast an Agate Instigator. Well, this is it for me. I pass after that.
Turn and draw. Mox, pitch, doers.
Out of that by cracking my fetch.
Before you draw, you're cracking your fetch, Joey?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna get this. Do you have a Surveil land?
Yep, on whatever the hell it's called, Thundering Falls, I think.
Alright, yeah, I'll get that. And Surveil when it comes in, shuffle, top card, and then draw. Alright, you're good to go.
Yeah, and then we'll play Training Center, and then I'd like to cast Signet.
Fish.
And you're drawing, but yeah, gotta play the game. Otherwise, I'll be way behind. Alright, I'm passing.
Draw. I'm going to play a Snow-covered island. And not feed the fish. I'm just going to cast Matoya. And I will pass.
Cool.
So I will untap, upkeep, I will add a counter, and pay for it, and then draw. Alright, never punished again. Here's a City of Traders. And I'll tap it for a Felwar Stone. Ship it. Got nothing else.
Untap, upkeep, and a draw. Play a Mana Confluence, and then, I guess, Punchies. Joey coming at you for 1.
Blocking with my face.
Felwar Stone, I hate my life. You may draw.
Alright, I'll draw.
I'll pass.
Hey, City of Brass. I'm gonna throw out a 1-run.
Mystic Tomorrow.
Can't pay.
Draw. No response.
Counter draw card.
Alright, when you go to draw, I will respond to that. I'm gonna flush in a Fairy Mastermind. So we'll both draw.
I'll pass.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Snow-covered island. Swing at Joey for 1.
Taking 1.
All right, pass and turn.
All right, I'll untap, upkeep, add a counter. I'll pay for it with City of Traders, and then I will draw. I'll play an Ancient Tomb and sack the City of Traders. Tap for 2, lose 2 life, 3, 4, and cast my own Wandering. All right, I'm passing the turn.
Untap, upkeep, nothing. Go to draw. Play an Arid Mesa. Is that even what I want to do? Yeah, crack Arid Mesa. Lose a life. Am I good to search?
Name.
Sure. Let's go with the old plateau. Be here, I guess. Rev, I'll come at you for 1 because I can't go at either of the guys with the One Ring protection.
Take the 1.
You know what? Let's cast our commander. Cool. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards plus 1. I will discard a Dark Ritual and draw 2 cards. And Joe, you get your little draw as well.
Hell yeah, brother. It's a Fairy Mastermind trigger.
End step and pass.
Untap, upkeep, lose a life. And draw. Put a counter on this, and draw 2.
Fairy Mastermind trigger after you draw.
Well, your shit would go on the
They both
stack,
happen
right?
at the same time.
Okay,
Yeah, I
well-
think yours have to resolve at the same time. So I think you technically draw 2, then he draws 1, but who cares? Unless you've got
Well,
a master.
I do have a
Yeah, I
do
certainly
have a
do not have
bowmaster, and that's why I
Well,
was
your
asking.
so your 2 would draw you would draw your 2 as lane, then he would have his trigger to draw 1. You could respond to that with that.
That's what I was.
Yeah,
that's what I was getting at. Yeah, and then I'll ping it.
Dead.
Being good on ETB, and then Joey has a draw, then you have another ping.
Or wait, I guess I should respond to that. Hold on. But when you cast it, I'll draw a card. That's not a miracle. Okay, yeah. I got nothing. And then, boom, dead.
So that was an ETB ping, and then you have another ping when he drew his card for his Fairy Mastermind trigger his lane. So where are you sending that extra 1 damage? At me or at Rev?
I guess Rev. I'll play Steamens. I'll shut you. Yeah, I'm just passing.
All right, end of your turn. I'm going to tap 4. I'm going to put Talon Gates of Meridia onto the battlefield for my hand, and I'll phase out the Orcish Bowmaster. I will pass.
Untap to pay for the fish. I think I'm going to let it die. And then draw. Alright, I'll try to draw 2. Add a counter. I'll play Misty Rainforest as my land for turn. Crack the Misty. Lose a life. We get a Volcanic. Tap for 3. Lose 2 life to the Ancient Tomb. And leave 1 floating to cast Vivi.
Well, how about Mana Drain?
I guess I'll try to Swan Song that, I guess.
Well, I'm getting a bird.
Vivi resolves. Okay, I have 1 floating. I'll play a Mox Amber. Trigger Vivi. Okay, so add a counter.
1.
You each take 1, and then play Paradise Mantle, and then you
Take
each
another
take
one.
1. Equip with the 1 floating. Casts an Isochron Scepter. Okay, imprint on ETB. Try to imprint this Dramatic Reversal. There, alright, I'll make 3 mana, 3 blue, and then I'll try to activate the Scepter,
Do you guys have anything? I literally am F6,
Nope.
otherwise we're just dead.
I'm F6.
essentially.
Well, Vivi, the Isochron Scepter casts Dramatic Reversal.
Oh,
for you,
yeah.
so it
Okay,
kills us.
right, yeah, so it will kill you, yeah.